She looked like a helpless alien, but when the human helped her, everything turned terrifyingly wrong. **hook. The signal shouldn't have existed. Out here, beyond the map systems, beyond patrol routes and known colonies, there was nothing, just silence, cold, endless silence, but the distress beacon kept repeating, weak, broken, alive. Captain Elias Varn stared at the flickering signal on his console, his fingers hovering over the controls. His ship, the Horizon Drift, floated alone in a dead region of space where even light seemed tired. "Something's out there," he whispered, and against his better judgment, he turned the ship toward it. When Elias finally found the source, he wished he hadn't. The wreckage drifted slowly, a shattered alien vessel, its hull torn open like something had clawed its way out. Metal floated in jagged pieces, spinning endlessly in the dark, and at the center of it all, a single life form drifting, unmoving. #Z. Elias was not a soldier, not anymore. He used to be years ago, before the war took everything from him, before he realized that following orders often meant becoming something he hated. Now, he was just a salvager. A man chasing scraps in forgotten corners of space, trying to outrun memories that never stopped chasing him back. He lived alone, no crew, no attachments. It was easier that way, safer. But the moment he saw her, something changed. #inciting incident. He brought her aboard carefully. She was light, too light. Her body felt fragile in his arms, like she might break if he held her too tightly. She looked almost human, but not quite. Her skin was pale, almost translucent, with faint veins of dim blue light running beneath it. Her hair floated weightlessly around her face, silver and soft, as if still caught in zero gravity. And her eyes, they were closed, thank God. Elias laid her down in the med bay. "Let's see what you are," he muttered. The scans made no sense. Her biology shifted constantly, like it couldn't decide what it wanted to be. Human, alien. Something else entirely. "Great," he sighed, picked up a mystery. She woke up screaming. #discovery. Elias rushed back into the med bay, heart pounding. She was sitting upright now, her eyes wide open, bright, glowing, wrong. Hey, it's okay," Elias said, raising his hands slowly. "You're safe." She stared at him, not with fear, with confusion. "Where am I?" she asked. Her voice was soft. Too soft, like it didn't belong in this universe. "You're on my ship," Elias said carefully. "I found you drifting in space." She blinked, then looked down at her own hands. "They're still here," she whispered. Elias frowned. What? But she didn't answer. Instead, she looked back at him and smiled. Something about that smile made his chest tighten. Not warmth, not relief, something else, something he couldn't name. "What's your name?" he asked. She hesitated, then said, "I don't remember." Of course she didn't. #rising bond. Days passed, she stayed. Elias told himself it was temporary, just until she recovered. But the truth was, he didn't want her to leave. He called her Lyra ***. It felt right, and she didn't argue. She learned quickly, too quickly. Language, systems, even human habits. Within days she spoke like she had lived among humans her whole life. "Is this normal?" Elias asked one evening, watching her study the ship's controls. "I don't know," Lyra said softly. "I don't remember what normal feels like." What? They started talking more, about nothing, about everything. "Why did you help me?" she asked one night. Elias leaned back in his chair. "Bad habit," he said. "I see someone in trouble, I help. Even if it's dangerous." He smirked. "Especially then." She watched him closely, as if trying to understand something deeper than his words. "You're different," she said. "So are you." They laughed, and for a moment, it felt real. #discovery DEPNS. But then, things started changing. The ship began malfunctioning. Random systems would shut down, lights flickered, doors opened on their own. "Faulty wiring," Elias muttered, trying to convince himself, but it didn't feel like that. It felt intentional. One night he woke to a strange sound, whispers, soft, echoing through the walls. He followed it down the corridor. To the med bay. Lyra was standing in the center of the room, her back to him, her body glowing faintly. "Lyra," he called. She didn't respond. The whispers grew louder, not from her, from everywhere. "Lyra," he said again, stepping closer, slowly. She turned. Her eyes were different, not soft, not curious. "Endless." "What are you?" Elias whispered. She tilted her head, and for a moment, she looked almost sad. "I don't know," she said. #twist. The truth came the next day, violently. The ship's alarm screamed, incoming vessels, dozens. Elias rushed to the cockpit, his blood running cold. They found you, he said. Lyra stood behind him, silent. Who are they? He demanded. She hesitated, then finally said, They are the ones who made me. Elias turned slowly. What does that mean? Her voice was quiet but steady. I am not a person, Elias. What? His chest tightened. I am a weapon. Conflict. The ship surrounded them, massive, black, hungry. A voice came through the comms, return the entity or be destroyed. Elias clenched his jaw, no. What? Lyra stepped forward. You don't understand, she said softly. If I stay, they will never stop. Then we don't run, Elias said, we fight. She looked at him, really looked. You can't fight this, she whispered. Watch me. What? Escalation. The first strike hit hard, the ship shook violently, systems failing, hull cracking. Elias fought to keep control. We're not going down, he shouted. But they were. The ship was dying. Lyra stepped forward, her body trembling. Elias, she said, if I let go, they can't control me anymore. He froze. What do you mean? Her eyes softened for the first time. They looked human again. I was designed to obey, she said, to destroy entire worlds if commanded. Elias felt his breath stop. But you, she continued, you showed me something else. His voice cracked. Lyra, if I stay like this, she whispered, I will become what they want. Climax. The ship groaned, explosions echoed, time was running out. Elias grabbed her hand. Then don't, he said. She smiled, soft, sad. It's not that simple. Yes, it is, he snapped, you choose. The ships outside powered up, preparing to fire. Lyra closed her eyes. I choose. Her body began to glow, brighter, stronger, unstable. Run, she whispered. Elias shook his head. No. The light exploded. Everything went white. Resolution. When Elias woke up, the silence was absolute. No ships, no battle, no damage. Just nothing. He stumbled to his no damage, just nothing. He stumbled to his feet. Lyra, he called, no answer. Then he saw it, a single figure standing in space. Unharmed, radiant, Lyra but different, powerful, terrifying, free. Ending, she looked at him one last time. Thank you for showing me I could choose. And then she was gone, no explosion, no sound, just gone. Elias stood there, alone again. But this time he understood something. Even the most terrifying weapon in the universe can choose not to be one, and sometimes all it takes is one human who refuses to give up on them.